Hey guys, what's going on? It's Carter, and in this video I want to talk about overeating and specifically how to recover after a night of splurging or going over your calories. And I have to admit that the title of this video is a little misleading only because the advice that I'm going to give is probably advice that you already know to be true, and if you've been following me for long on Instagram or on Facebook or anything, you probably already know the direction that I'm going to go with this video. But really, the truth of the matter is that everyone is human and we all make mistakes, and there are going to be times when you slip up on your diet. And it's natural in that moment to think that the best thing you can be doing is to try to erase or fix the damage that you might have done from that day of overeating. But the reality is that oftentimes you really didn't do as much damage as you think, especially whenever you start to think about the long-term consequences of overeating. I won't go into like the science of like how many calories you have to overeat to gain a pound of fat. And honestly, it's pretty much irrelevant, because the truth is that, you know, when it comes to losing weight, and not only losing weight, but maintaining a healthy body weight, you know, for the rest of your life, being perfect or trying to dial things in so that you're on point every single day is pretty much irrelevant, because it's not going to happen. It's just not realistic. Instead, what really matters is consistency and following a plan or building a plan that's going to allow you to, you know, stay consistent with what your goals are, or stay consistent with doing things that are going to help you achieve your goals. With the topic of overeating, what I often see people do, which is just a big mistake, I think, is they try to, you know, like let's say one night they go out and they splurge and they go over their calories by, you know, let's say like their goal is to eat 2,000 calories and they eat 4,000 calories. Let's say that happens. The next day, what they'll try to do is either slash their calories in half or just try to like fast the whole day, thinking that, well, a calorie is a calorie, so if I can, or calorie in, calories out, so if I can, like, you know, balance out my 4,000 and then not eat anything the rest of the day, then it's like I equaled out. And sure, maybe that's true in theory. Another way that they might do that is they might, you know, double down on their cardio and burn double the calories they normally would. And sure, yeah, maybe that will work too, or maybe that will offset some of the food that they ate. But the reality is that, you know, going over your calories one day isn't going to mean anything. And if you look at the grand scheme of things, it's really not going to matter that much. Now, what I can tell you is that there's a lot of negatives that come from trying to drastically reduce your calories or drastically increase your cardio and your exercise the day after doing that. And it's all mental. Often what happens to people is it just stresses them out, and it just increases their chance of overeating again in the future. And so, to be honest with you, the best thing that you can do the day after overeating, and this is not going to be sexy and it's not going to be fun to hear, but it's honestly the truth, is to just forget about it. That's it. And the three strategies I have are literally, the first is to just get right back on your diet plan. The second is to get right back on your exercise plan. And the third is to just put it behind you, because the truth is you're going to screw up. It's going to happen. And the goal is not necessarily to never screw up, it's to limit how often you're screwing up. And one of the best ways to do that is to be forgiving and to, you know, accept the fact that just because a mistake happened doesn't mean that you have to try to kill yourself or punish yourself into, you know, getting back on track. Once you accept the fact that, you know, losing weight takes time, and living a healthier lifestyle is about being consistent over time, not about being perfect. It's about being consistent and doing your best most of the time. You realize that those one-day slip-ups don't really matter in the grand scheme of things. So just to wrap up this video, if you do find yourself in the future, which, I mean, chances are you will, on a day where, you know, you overate or you went over your calories and you didn't plan on doing it, or anything, just remember that that one day is not going to matter in the grand scheme of things. So the best thing that you can do is just to get right back on track and just start chugging along again. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'm planning on making a lot more YouTube videos in the future. And so tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your dad, tell everyone to subscribe to Carter's YouTube channel. And yeah, let's have some fun. Thanks, guys.